Today we are discuss about object-oriented programming concept. Definition. The definition of object-oriented programming is object-oriented programming is a programming language model organized around the object rather than the action and data rather than the logic. In object-oriented programming, by using object-oriented programming, we can easily, first point, programs written in object-oriented programming language are easy to understand. Second one is, since everything is treated as an object in OOPS, everything is treated as an object, so we can model a real world concept by using a OOPS. Why? Because we can treat everything as an object. That's a reason we can, using this OOPS real world concept, we can easily adapt it. Third one is, by using OOPS, provide the feature of reusability. The main use of object-oriented programming is reusability. We can reuse the class that already created without writing them again and again. This is one of the OOPS concept. With the help of inheritance, we can use this class that are already created without writing them again and again. Fourth one, since the parallel development of classes is possible in object-oriented concept, it results in quick development of the entire program. And fifth one is, by using a OOPS, program written in OOPS language are easy to test. We can easily test the different types of coding, and we can easily manage, and we can easily maintenance. And object-oriented programming, it is a secure development technique for programming, designing. Since why it is a secure means, by using a data is hidden and cannot be accessed by external functions. That is a reason we can call as a object-oriented programming is a secure one. And another one is, object-oriented programming system, we can easily extend it, we can easily upgrade it from a small to large system. It is compatible with small to large system, and otherwise we can upgrade it or we can extend it OOPS concept in small to large system. And the partition, another one is a partition working based on this object. We can easily partition the work. These are the OOPS concept. In OOPS concept, first one is object, second one is class, third one is encapsulation, and fourth one is data abstraction, fifth one is inheritance, sixth one is polymorphism, seventh one is dynamic binding, eighth one is message passing. Object. In OOPS concept, object is a major role. Any entity that has a state and behavior is known as an object. In this image, is table is a object, fan is a object, pen is a object, keyboard is a object, and bike is a object. So the object can be either physically or logically. What is an object? In object, it is an instance of class. Whenever class is defined, no memory is allocated. But when object is initialized, memory is allocated of that class. This is called object. Class. What is a class? Class is a user-defined data type which holds its own data members and member function. Class holds its own data members and member function. In other words, we can say class is a collection of objects. It's called a class. It is logical entry, and a class can also be defined as a blueprint from which you can create an individual object. Class does not consume any spaces. In other words, we can say that class is a collection of data member and member function which can accessed and used by the creating object of that class. This is example image in class. So class means it is a collection of objects. So object means it is a class. It is a collection of objects. It is car is a class name. It's a collection of object. Object means it is a collection of methods and attributes. Methods are properties. Methods are function. In car they have attributes: fuel, maximize space, speed. In methods we can get fuel, refuel, and get speed, set speed, and we can drive. It is called as a class. In class and object, there are three types of access specifier in a class. First one is private, second one is public, third one is protected. Private, the only program we can use in private access only. In public, everyone can access these classes. In protected, they have some secure level of protected will be happen in a classes. Encapsulation. Encapsulation, an act of a combining properties and method. It is a combining of properties and method related to the same object is known as a encapsulation. Why we are using encapsulation? Objects became equipped with sufficient information set and set of operation. Any system can be assumed as a collection of objects. These objects are capable to interact with each other using the various methods. So here also they have definition is a group of data and supporting the object. In this image we have to be declare class. It is a collection of methods and variables. Will be hide irrelevant data, show only a related data. And another example, we have a bank account. So in that bank account, the object will be access properties with the help of methods. Methods means function. Function means we can open the account, we can deposit cash in account, we can show the balance with the help of account. We can create an object. In that object we can use this technique. This is called encapsulation. Data abstraction. Data abstraction refers to providing only essential information to the outside the world and hide the background details. The data abstraction will be show only the essential information. Other information should be hiding this data abstraction technique. Inheritance. Inheritance is a process of which object of one classes acquire the properties of object of another class. It supports the concept of hierarchical classification. The major use of inheritance is reusability. This is a major use of reusability. What is a reusability? We can create a coding program written in class in one time. With the help of object we can use n number of times. Returns one, we can use many times. This is a use of inheritance. This is many inheritance. Here single inheritance. Class A is a base class and class B is a derived class. Here also multi-level inheritance. Class A is a base class, class B is a derived class, and class B is base, and then class C is derived class. In hierarchical, base class is class A. It should be derived in two different derived class with the help of inheritance. This is major use of inheritance is reusability. Okay. What is a use of polymorphism? Polymorphism. Poly means many, morphism means form. Polymorphism means ability to take more than one form. An operation may exhibit different behavior in different instance. The behavior depends upon the types of data used in the operation. In C++ support the operator overloading and function overloading. Here an example of shape. We can with the help of shape draw the function. We can draw the function by using a shape we can draw a function in triangle shape, we can draw a function in rectangle shape, we can draw a function in circle shape. This is one of the use of polymorphism technique. And another one is dynamic binding. In dynamic binding, the major part of code executed with the help of function call. Whenever function is called, the code will be executed with the help of methods and with the help of function. It should be responses at the runtime only. That is a use of dynamic binding. In virtual function, C++ has supported to this dynamic binding. There are two types of dynamic binding. One is a static dynamic binding, another one is dynamic binding. What is the meaning of static dynamic binding? The static dynamic binding, it is a only use of compiler type. Whenever the object is determined at a compiler type, that is called as a static binding. Whenever object is determined at a runtime, it is known as dynamic binding. The last one would comes in message passing. In that particular line of programming code, we can declare as a student dot set data open id comma name. In that particular line, message passing, objects communicate with one another by sending and receiving information. Here student is a object and message will be set data. It is a message. What is a message to be sending and receiving information? Set data will be ID, the student registration number, either student roll number, and student in name. With the help of ID and name, we can set the data. It is an object. Object means it is a collection of student name, student address, student phone number, student email ID, student pin code, and etc. Here the coding, we can only show two things. It is a ID and name. With the help of ID and name, we can get the data. We can send and receive the information with the help of this coding. This is a major concept of OOPS concept. Thank you.